Come on. There we go. Welcome into Rob Rod Shannon's Pop Culture. And today we're doing a birthday celebration and going over the top hits. And today, wow. And I am forgot to mute my iPad. And the intro didn't go over. Hang on. Let me try the intro one more time.
It did go. No, it did go.
It did go? Did
Yeah.
it go over the YouTube?
Yep. Yeah, I was watching it.
My iPad sucks. I don't know why, but anyway, well, welcome into Rob Wright Shannon's Pop Culture. We got my panel here. We're going to talk about the hits of 1981. I'm going to tell some birthday stories if you want. It's my birthday. We're going to kind of celebrate and have fun with this. Let me introduce the panel. Heather L., how are you?
Doing great, Rob. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Excellent. Football teams are doing good. It's a great day.
Yeah, your football teams are doing good. My football teams are not. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, another topic.
And a whole bunch of drama. Agent Pepsi One, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. I'm sorry about the camera. This is just, but I'm here. Anyway, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Yes. No, we're just glad that your presence is here. We're, sorry about the camera issues. Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, for some reason, StreamYard changed their free live stream service to where you got to have camera on for some weird reason. And yes, the duck of death. And Tony, how's it going, Mr. Storm?
Happy birthday to you!
Thank you, good sir. Yay.
I'm doing all right, man. I took a little break this weekend. I didn't have an after party after DC. I did a Halloween show, which ended up being very fun. And it's like, I just feel like hanging out with my friends. But I'm back in full swing. I am here and ready to talk about some good music and hang out with my friends before opening up the porch later. So,
yeah. So it's my birthday. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, audience, for being here. I've got some birthday stories if you guys want to hear them. I've got a couple of birthday pictures of me as a kid, too, if you want to see some of those. Do we want to get to the top 40 first, or do you want a birthday story or birthday pictures? We'll leave it up to the panel to decide.
Whatever you want to do. You're driving the ship.
Hey, it's your birthday.
Yeah, it's your birthday, man.
It's your party. You can cry if you want to.
Yeah, but please don't.
That's right. And we even have some crying songs in the top 40. So
yeah. So 1981. You can see me in 1981, but I will tell you my infamous story of 1980. My birthday in 1980. I was 4 years old. So it's the infamous Kermit cake story, and there is the picture of the Kermit cake.
Wow, that looks very cursed.
very cute.
Yeah. All right, so the cake right there. Let's see. I think there's a picture of me blowing out the candles coming up here. Hang on.
Were you able to, let me die when you blew out those candles? I looked like I was in horrible pain.
There we go. There's me. I put the thing over my face, but blowing out the candles. Mom goes and puts the cake over by the. Oh, here we go. Here's a better picture. Better picture of me. Right there.
Aww.
Oh, look at that.
I wish I kept my old pictures, but
Yep. So, Mom takes the cake after the candles are blown out. Takes it over to the counter. Could have presumably cut the cake. I thought she wanted me to put it back on the table. So what do? I pick it up. And what do you think happens with the cake? Splat.
I was able to shed the mortal coil.
Yep. So Dad had to run out and get a new cake, and it was par for the course. It's pretty funny. It's something that's always mentioned around my birthday. So pretty fun and funny. By the way, Christmas that year, since we're in there, there we go. There's my big Christmas gift that year. The Millennium Falcon.
Oh my God.
Oh
you.
yeah,
You
I
lucky
had
you.
that Millennium Falcon too. That's super cool. I love that. Damn, Mom gave it away.
Yep. And of course, my Spider-Man underoos.
Of course.
Spider-Man
Yes.
underoos.
Yes.
Canadian Spider-Man would be proud.
Yes, Spider-Man underoos. So anyway, that was 1980, and we will do 1980 coming up in a couple months. But anyway, so that's one of my birthday stories. Let's get into the top 40 here, and I'll add the slides to the stage. Okay, so as usual, we'll count it down from 40 to 1, and we'll do it in tens. So here we go with the 40. This is an interesting grouping. So at number 40, you had Crying by Don McLean, Lady You Bring Me Up by the Commodores, Passion by Rod Stewart, Urgent by Foreigner, The Boy from New York City by the Manhattan Transfer, Woman in Love by Barbra Streisand, Living Inside Myself by Gino Vanelli, There's No Getting Over Me by Ronnie Millsap. And by the way, 1981 has a lot of country crossovers, so you're going to see a lot of that. Take It on the Run by REO Speedwagon, and the Oak Ridge Boys with Elvira.
Mm-hmm.
So
God.
what stands out? What do you like? We know that Asian
God.
Pepsi one's itching to go papa, meow, meow, meow.
Oh, I am. I mean, there's so many good ones up here. But first, let's talk about the stupid stuff. The Oak Ridge Boys. Now, come on now. That is okay. That's just terrible. You know, what I like up here is Rod Stewart's Passion. That is actually, in my opinion, a really good song. Don McLean, I believe Crying was his last hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is, I don't know. I mean, American Pie was such an amazing success. Was it 9 years earlier? And it's just felt like a letdown. The song from, comparing it to American Pie. But I would have to say REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Run is amazing. And of course, Foreigner with Urgent, that's from the Foreigner 4 album, which is probably the best they put out.
Yes.
And it is just absolutely stunning. I have that on Super Audio CD. I can only recommend it. But it is just, Ronnie Millsap. Come on now. Manhattan Transfer. Are you kidding me? But,
all right,
okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna push back a little bit on you.
Okay, Mr. Oak Ridge Boy, but that's okay. That is okay. But
they're already fighting on his birthday.
Yes.
This is
Yes,
great.
we'll push back. I'll let other people talk, and then I'll go into some. Oh,
Heather's like, you know what?
Heather's like, no.
I keep. I don't know what's going on, man. StreamYard doesn't like me today.
Heather, you literally did the personal embodiment, this. You stop that, okay?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that's because this year. Okay, I'm sorry to Agent Pepsi 1, but 1981, like a lot of these songs come with the extra side of cheese. It's pretty sappy stuff, a lot of kind of cheesy love songs, a lot of country. And it kind of seems like a bad 1970s hangover. Like, it's not quite the 80s yet. You don't really have the synth pop stuff. So, it's okay. I guess the best one here is this, man. Foreigner.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Urgent.
Oh, there we go.
So Urgent, the saxophone just is amazing in that song.
Yeah, Lou Gramm. I think, is this their first song, their first single that they released off this album? Let's see, I wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember. Yeah, first single. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, and Thomas Dolby did the synthesizers on the
Yes.
song. He was unknown at the time, or pretty unknown. Not didn't have the "Blinded Me with Science" hit yet. So interesting
Wasn't
fact there.
appealing to the goth crowd yet.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So yeah, that I mean, to me, that one's by far the best. Urgent. I also like Crying's Don McLean's version of Crying. Good song.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Roy Orbison song. And I thought that was interesting too. The guy who wrote it, I guess Roy Orbison was previously kind of more rockabilly and didn't really want to do Crying when he wrote it and released it. And that kind of shifted the direction when it was a big hit. So another kind of related factoid on that song. Those two I think are my favorite. I kind of like Lady,
Yeah, I mean that's nice.
Commodores right before Lionel Richie left. I think it's their last big
Yes,
hit.
it is. Mhm.
And then I mean the rest, man. Boy from New York City is like super
Yeah.
cheesy. But the you know what's really funny? I read the saxophone player on that song is actually named Horatio Hornblower. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, how funny is that? That's
Okay,
I thought that's great. And then God, Woman in Love. Oh my God, that one is not just a side of cheese. It's like covered in heaping goo of cheese. I'm sorry. I love
it
the
is
Bee
true.
Gees. I love the Bee Gees. The Gibb brothers wrote it, but man,
Oh,
So
that
much
whole album
cheddar.
is all over this top 40. I
I
mean, my goodness.
know, and it's
My
just
mom had it.
all
Oh my
So
oh,
Yeah,
much cheddar.
all of it's cheesy, man. I just couldn't.
yeah, but I bet you the Bee Gees could have pulled that one off, though.
Yeah, if the
I
Bee
bet you they
Gees,
could
I
have.
bet,
Oh my
yeah,
God, they would have had a hit with it. But
probably.
you're right about Urgent. But I always thought that Jukebox Hero was the first single off that. I might be completely wrong.
It's earlier on the album, but I don't think it's the first single.
Oh, okay. My favorite one on that album is Girl in the Moon,
Mhm.
which I think is just I could listen to that song all day.
That whole album is just amazing.
Oh,
I
it's
love it.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is one of those. It is one of those stellar performances. Like Dark Side of the Moon, for example, or Year of the Cat. It's one of those stellar.
Yeah, where you could just put on the whole album. You don't have to skip songs.
Exactly.
Great. Yeah. Actually, great whole album. It's fantastic.
Tony, what do you think?
I got to go with Urgent here and Rod Stewart's Passion. Those are the ones that stick out of this bunch. There is going to be a lot of cheddar in this top 40.
Cheddar.
Lots of cheddar.
Yeah.
Oh
Lots
God,
of
he's being
Gouda,
so nice.
Gouda,
He's being so
cheddar,
nice.
blue cheese. But you got to remember, this was a time, where we were transitioning from, classic rock and into early synthesizers. We had that little trickle down of European influence coming in. It wasn't, new wave yet. It wouldn't be new wave for another 2.5 years, but there was influences and changes that were happening. And so everybody all across the board was, experimenting and trying to figure out how to stick with that sound or to adapt to a new sound. And so lyrically speaking, the lyrics were a bit ignored, and therefore the cheddar. Yeah.
Well, you had an emergence of soft rock, which kind of started in this pop and soft rocks. So I agree. Urgent and Take It on the Run are probably the best two on this. Elvira is a silly song. I agree with you. I just think it's funny, and I always papa mau mau mau. I home away. I mean, I just think it's funny to say. I will say the Manhattan Transfer, though, a Boy from New York City is like a throwback to 1950s, and you'll see kind of the theme of that throughout the 80s. And that got a lot of radio airplay. That was on the radio all the time. I I do think that Living Inside Myself is a very pretty introspective song, which if you read the lyrics to it, there's a lot there. There's a lot of depth to it. The problem is that that one was overplayed. But like, the chorus, I'm lost, living in myself, living in his own dreams. So I think that's a really good song. It's just overplayed. Ronnie Millsap, I do like Ronnie Millsap. I didn't know that he crossed over so much into pop, but There's No Getting Over Me is an okay song. I think he's got some better ones that I think crossed over that were much better, especially Smoky Mountain Rain. That's probably my favorite Ronnie Millsap song. But like Barbra Streisand, Woman in Love, my mom had that album with her and Barry Gibb, and it was really super popular, and she played it all the time. And I know almost every song from that album because she played it over and over again.
Poor Rob.
Oh, I'm
You were a
sorry.
tortured child. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Passion by Rod Stewart. It's a good song, but I don't think it's held up as one of his great hits.
Yeah, it's not one of his best.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely not. But of this list, it pops out.
Although, man, his outfit, if you watch the video for
Oh, yeah.
Passion, man, that is tight. He's got the black and white striped, super tight pants. And he mixes pattern with stripes. And you got to, be bold for that. So,
But Rod Stewart was a really cute guy. I'm sorry, but he was in the 70s and early 80s. Oh, Jesus, yes. But the thing is, though, I mean, if you look at all of these, and I have to disagree with Tony on that, that transition. I mean, this is when, the second British invasion really started. And you had stuff like Kids in America that came in, with 81 from
We're
Kim
the
Wilde.
kids. Yeah, We're the Kids.
Yeah, and but you still had some disco influences even. I mean, there was a band from Germany called Boney M. They had songs at this time.
But was it new wave? Were we in the new
I
wave
don't
in
think so.
1980?
Yeah, no, it's
don't
not
think
new
so.
wave. It's definitely not new wave. But I mean, there was this, like I said, the second British invasion was really short lived. I think 84 it kind of petered out, but I mean, there's something that I've been doing. I've been listening to reruns of Casey Kasem's American Top 40
Yeah.
from this time period. And I think, what is played on there is there's a lot of synth pop.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like though it was just getting started and not the good stuff that came in like later in the 80s. All this top 40 still feels like kind of a 70s hangover. Like it's
Yes.
moving out of that type of music and into something different, but it hasn't quite hit its peak yet.
Yeah, and you got to understand sometimes there's a transition. Remember, there's a transition where they would release a single before the album came out. We're still in the phase where I think they released the album first and then the singles started coming.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it too.
But it's also, this is a time when MTV just started. I can't remember when it started in 81, but I mean, this was a time when it just started and it was a brand new phenomenon, if I remember correctly. I read that MTV was like in one small market when it started at Pittsburgh, I think. But I mean, this is before they had, the global influence.
Correct. Yes.
And I think if they had that global influence, I don't think you would have the Oak Ridge Boys. I don't think you'd have Ronnie Millsap, for example, or for that matter, the Manhattan Transfer.
Oh, I think you would have Manhattan Transfer. They were so big on the pop charts with that song. That song, Agent Pepsi One. That song was on the radio all the time.
Was it? I mean, it's just.
Yes.
I mean, I just can't imagine that, but I believe you, Rob. I believe you. It's just, it's just. I mean, I would. Oh God, I mean, I would see, even Barbra Streisand, but.
So this is also before you had a lot of the oldie stations were just getting started, because they hadn't had enough collection to make an oldie station, and Boy from New York City sounded like 50s and 60s music, and that's what made it so popular. I mean, just the ooh wah cool kitty. Tell us about the boy from
It
But
was
like,
super popular and nonstop on the radio, and it's even more irritating now, but yeah, it was big.
Yes.
It was awful. It was
Oh
constant.
God, yeah. Oh my goodness. I mean, I believe you all. It's just, I mean, my mind is blown by this.
Yeah,
So,
when you hear about it or listen after the fact and you weren't there, then you're like, "How in the heck was that even
exactly,
popular?" Right?
exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, oh my God, it's just, yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. The thing about it is we look back, I'm sitting there going, I don't know how many of these songs really hold up to today. Maybe one or two of them do. But yeah, I mean, it's different when you think about the radio and what was on. Just wait till we get to the 70s when I can't remember what was on the radio. Then we're really going to be going, what?
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see because if it's the classics that we listened to from the 70s or if it's a bunch of songs that we're like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah.
So,
What were they
yeah.
thinking?
Yeah, I love 70s music. I just don't know what was on the charts. So
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
me too. But if you really think about it, there was you had 78. You had stuff like Time Passages.
Mhm.
And you had Lucifer in 79 from Alan Parsons Project. And then you had the incoming, stuff like Clash, London Calling
Mhm.
from 79.
But
And you
also,
had,
Age of Pepsi 1, we're going to have, when we do the 70s, we're going to have the disco.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah. I love it. I love disco.
Are we ready to do the hustle with Agent Pepsi 1?
I have
Gonna
done that
start like
I,
this.
I have
Yes.
done that at a club. I have done that at a club.
Oh, good Lord.
All right. So let's do a segue before you get to the next 10. So I'll show you some more pictures. These are actually from 1981. So this is Halloween. I think it was a clown outfit at a school party.
Make your
Halloween
picture bigger
1981.
so we can see it.
Oh, here we
Get
go.
the slide.
Oh, yeah,
Get
you
the
should be
slide
on the
off there.
full- you
And
should be on
do
the
you know how
full
to blow
Yeah,
yourself
slide.
up?
These are pictures.
No. Do you know how to blow your webcam up to take up the screen so we can
Oh
see
yeah, I
it?
can do that. Hang on.
Yeah. There you
All
go.
right. Hang on. So
Now show the picture. There you go.
there we go.
Oh my
Nice.
God, look at that.
Look at you, Robert. Are you trying to be Michael Myers in that picture?
Oh, Lord.
Clown outfit at the school party in 1981.
Rob, you rule. You absolutely rule. That is
You're gonna
so
be
cute.
you're gonna be going up there and,
funny.
and stabbing your sister later.
God.
Why
Mary.
don't I time warp myself and just pinch your cheeks? I mean, that is so cute. Oh my
All
God.
right. Let's see. Yeah, November 3rd, 1981, my 5th birthday with my mom.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
And interesting enough, there's the Casper mask. That was Casper, the friendly ghost for Halloween.
You were Casper the Friendly Ghost. You had those old Hanna-Barbera plastic masks.
Yeah, that
Yep.
one definitely looks like Michael Myers. The Casper mask.
Yeah.
I have no idea what these toys were, but there we go. And then I'll show you the fun Christmas party. So these two pictures. Wow. All right, so we had a piñata party.
Oh, look at there.
Wow.
Oh,
And
God.
are you ready for this one? Just you wait.
Lisa's wishing you a happy birthday, Lisa
I'm going to
Forsberg.
knock the heck out of that thing. There we go.
Did you break it? Were you the one to break it?
I think so.
Nice.
Eat the pañada, hombre.
Yeah. So kind of fun. And I don't know or remember any of these kids, but anyway, that's 1981.
Oh my God, it's like first grade. You were in first grade, of course you don't. But that's
I remember quite a bit though.
Really?
I got a weird memory.
I don't remember anybody from my first grade.
Oh, I remember a ton from like.
I
first
remember
grade,
maybe
little
5 or
kid,
6 people from my kindergarten, first grade class.
Oh my
What
God.
I can't remember is like the last 10 years, but Like being a little kid, I remember great.
What you
Oh,
need, Heather,
Jesus.
is more caffeine. Okay.
I'd have a lot of that
Oh,
already.
hang on. I'll show you guys one more picture here. So there's me and my brother and my mom.
Oh, how cute.
Aw.
You almost
Oh.
look like a Christmas story there, like in your little suit jacket and
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
How cute.
Oh.
Eagle says he
Oh,
was
I can't.
Casper for Halloween in 1975.
Oh, I can't forget this one. My Space Invader bike, baby.
Oh my God. That
You
is
had a
amazing.
Space Invader.
Very
Wow.
nice.
Yep, the training wheels didn't last very long because I had learned how to ride it. And it was awesome. But yeah, Yield Space Invader bike.
Very cute.
That was my
Dude.
big
Dude.
present that year.
Dude.
Cool. All right. Enough of that. All right, let's get back to the countdown here. How do I add it back to the stage? There we go. All right, let's go to the next set of 10 here. We'll do 30 to 21 here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can move a slide. There we go. Slide 2. Okay, so now we got The Best of Times by Styx, Guilty by Barbara Streisand and Barry Gibb, A Pair of Air Supply songs, The One That You Love and Every Woman in the World, Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond, Jesus Newton, Angel in the Morning, Stars on 45 Melody by the Stars on 45. I'll explain what that is. The Winner Takes It All by Alba, Sukeyai, I think I can't pronounce that, by A Taste of Honey, and Woman by John
Sukiyaki.
Sukiyaki. Okay. So real quick, John Lennon had been shot the previous year. So a lot of his hits are going to be on here. I don't necessarily know if these songs were as great as his other solo stuff earlier in his career, but I think a lot of people bought this album just because it was the last John Lennon album. And so that's why he's got a lot of popularity on these. But
Right.
Agent 51, take it away. What do you like?
Well, I mean, I would like to explain about Stars on 45.
Go for it. Yeah.
They're actually from the Netherlands.
Yep.
And they did nothing but medleys.
Mhm.
But then they did some really weird stuff. They did like a Star Wars medley at one point.
Mhm.
If you go on YouTube and watch their videos, their music videos, they're like 15 minutes long doing these medleys.
Oh, cool.
And it's I can't for commercial radio, to have something that long, it's like playing in a Gata de Vida. How many times does that happen?
Yeah,
This was a radio edit. There was a radio edit version, right, of the Stars on this original Stars on 45. That was like the Beatles songs mostly in this version.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff, Best of Times, I mean, that's really nice. I mean, I've never been a big Air Supply fan, although I do like some of their stuff from like 83, 84. Now, Neil Diamond, not a Neil Diamond fan, but that album, it came from the Jazz Singer. That is my favorite Neil Diamond album. I have that one. I mean, Love on the Rocks is he's so sentimental when he sings these things, and it's just, oh my God, I could just listen and listen and listen. Then you have like Juice Newton. Okay. And ABBA, not a big ABBA fan, but The Winner Takes It All is really nice.
Great.
Yeah.
But I mean, wasn't from that same time, Gimme, Gimme, Gimme? A Man After Midnight? Was that not from that same time?
I can't remember if it was on that same album or not, but they had a lot of hits around this time.
Yeah. I mean, that one, I like that one better than The Winner Takes It All. But, that's a good song right there. Other than that, John Lennon, I'm not a John Lennon fan. Never have been. And I don't know enough about his music.
You don't like your husband to call you Angel of the Morning?
I do, actually, but
Yeah.
He normally calls me something else, but
Oh God.
Oh wow!
I'm not going to get into that. I am not going to get into that.
So your hubby doesn't call you the angel of the morning?
Oh, God.
Only when he wants things, but that's
Uh,
oh
Oh,
Jesus! No, it's too much information. But
yeah.
yeah, but some of the stuff I like a lot of these. I like a lot of these.
Mm.
Some of them like Taste of Honey. I haven't even heard of them.
They
I
did
mean,
a lot of disco music. This is a
Mhm.
slower song, which I don't like, but yeah, they did a lot of disco earlier.
yeah, and Guilty, the song Guilty. I can't place it at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt G is putting up his dukes in the chat. Agent Pepsi one, who he says don't like John Lennon, but you judge Swift. Yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got very, very refined tastes.
Okay,
yes,
let
he
me
does.
hold on. I gotta put something in the chat for him. Yeah, no, that's all I have to say about these.
Yeah.
Heather, what were your
Well,
is?
Rob, your mom liked Barbara Streisand. My mom liked ABBA. So all the ABBA songs over and over and over and over and over again. It was like the soundtrack of the house. But I love Winner Takes It All. And it's interesting that they wrote it about their own divorce in
Yeah.
the band members. So like performing that just had to be so much fun. I can't imagine. But the singer, the lady, I can't remember her name, who actually sings that song, because a lot of times they do harmonies or different members sing. She has a beautiful voice. I mean, it's
Oh
just
yeah.
that clear, pure tone. She's just incredible singer. So I think they're really talented. I like ABBA. It's a little bit disco-y, but not real. I mean, I know people call it disco, but I don't. It doesn't really feel super disco-y to me. Love on the Rocks. I like a lot of Neil Diamond songs. I like stuff like Love on the Rocks it's way better than like Sweet Caroline, the stuff that people sing constantly that's overplayed. I actually prefer that one. Woman, John Lennon, yeah, that one is he said it was a grown-up version of his Beatles song Girl, which I thought was interesting. I like it. I think it's kind of the best song on that album. And interesting fact, a friend of mine was actually friends with Mark David Chapman when they were young. So she has a lot of really interesting stories. But yeah, kind of creepy too that she actually knew him. Let's see. Stars on 45 I liked. My mom listened to that a lot too because it's like basically like Beatles songs to a disco beat was that kind of
Yes.
that first one that they released is a good one. The other stuff, man, just a lot of cheese again. Angel of the Morning and Guilty and
Cheddar.
ugh, yeah, just dripping with the cheese there. I don't know. It just seems like a trend this year for some reason. It's bad.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God.
It's
I just got
bad.
back from Arby's with some cheddar melts.
Yeah, it's that kind of cheese, almost Velveeta-ish, right? Just kind of dripping down. Yeah.
Like that,
That's it. That's it.
Oh my
Cheddar.
God.
Well, it wouldn't be my birthday without any
Yeah.
cheese here. So,
Yeah.
all right, Stark, what are your thoughts?
I'm in the same vein as Heather here. ABBA wasn't like the household soundtrack, but fun fact, the first parody song I ever written for DC that he doesn't sing, but I sent it to him, was to the tune The Winner Takes It All. It's called The Harvey Wrecks It All. And maybe one day he might sing it, who knows. But Neil Diamond, Love on the Rocks, that sometimes I'll spin that when on a playlist when I'm drinking alone. It's a good
Yeah,
song,
a
very
good one. Yeah.
very good, just relaxation song. What can be said about Yoko that hasn't been said already? I mean, come on there. Woman was really good, and just the Stars of 45, great medley tracks were just now starting to become a thing.
Mhm.
like where
Oh, yeah.
it would be like 10 minutes long, and it would just be like the chorus of that song, the chorus of that song, the chorus of that song. And disco remixes was kind of like the start of that. And now you could, whenever I was like downloading music on Napster, I would come across 10-minute long tracks that would take 3 or 4 hours to get, but it would be like remixes of this song and that song. So it's good to see the foundation of that here. But other than that, yeah. Then there's the rest of it. Lots of cheddar.
Club music. They could take
Yeah,
any
club
song
music,
and
yeah.
turn it into club music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stars on 45. That club music, and then also I think of when I think of Stars on 45, I think of Skating Ring.
Yeah.
Escape.
And Stars on 45, they play that all the time. ABBA, I think this was one of their final albums before they broke up because everybody.
Yeah, I mean the
Mhm.
divorce would make it tough to stay
Yeah.
together as a group, right?
And
But
to answer the question of who sung that song, Wes Kegel says, now this is Agnetha Faltskog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Say
Bjorn.
that one 3 times
something
fast,
with
folks.
it, Yeah.
Benny
Say
and
that one
Barry,
3 times fast.
Agatha, and ABBA is their first names.
Mhm.
But yeah,
And
I
first-
I agree on the Neil Diamond song "Love on the Rocks." I mean,
Oh my God.
it's so different from other ones, and I love his voice on that. It's real kind of rough, kind of a Rod Stewart-esque
Mhm.
type voice, kind of his same gruffness, which I think is great.
Very, very Rod Stewart vibe.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. I love Air Supply, so I like both of these songs. Everyone in the World, the one that you love. Neither one of them are my favorite Air Supply song, but I like them both. Air Supply just got so much airplay, and they when it started going soft rock, they were the tops. They were all on there. I do like Angel of the Morning. I just knew this is like her breakout album. I think Queen of Hearts is a better song, and it's later on this chart,
Mhm.
which I thought was cool. A Taste of Honey. I don't know that song. I listened to it the other day, and I'm like, what? And then Styx.
It's
This is their
soul
last
music.
minutes to Mr. Roboto and did the operatic stuff. So this is the last of Styx before they kind of changed formats, and it kind of hurt the group. And Heather L just left.
Um, maybe she's coming back. I hope so. Hey, I have something to say about Styx, though. After that they had, didn't they have Paradise Theater came out after this?
Let's see.
And then Kilroy was here.
Yeah, Kilroy was here was 1983.
Right. I mean, after this wouldn't this be, or maybe Paradise Theater was before this, but I mean, they certainly did a bunch of operatic stuff on Paradise Theater. You had, Halfpenny, Twopenny, which was, I mean, oh my God, that one rocks. But I don't know about you all. My allergies are just killing me today.
Oh yeah, mine are too. So,
but I don't know if you know this. All these medleys from Stars on 45. You also had this crossover called Hooked on Classics.
mm-hmm.
And all this eventually merged into what's called a Frankfurt Beat, which was that techno sound that came out of Frankfurt, Germany.
Yeah.
But that was like 1985, 86.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting. There's Heather.
Yeah, I had to let the dogs out, so I just.
Okay.
You got to remember, Rob, you have the free duck, okay? And as
Yeah,
the
it's weird.
free
It won't just let you turn the camera off and put the thing there anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
It sucks.
Yeah. So you are the answer to who let the dogs out, huh?
I'm the one who let the dogs out. Now you know. Whenever you hear that. And they're back already. What are you guys doing?
Wow, they just couldn't get enough.
No, I know. Can't get enough. Can't get enough
Yeah.
of the stream.
I think so far the top 20 has been kind of really sappy. I think we get better as we get in the top 20. All right. Do we want to do more birthday fun? So,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, gosh, I hate. All right. I'm going to ruin some of this, but I've got my birthday in 1982. I'll show.
Yeah.
Fucking had like 2 parties. It
I
looks
like
it-
huskies because whenever they're panting, they have that natural smile to them.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's gotta get attention. That's all. They didn't need to go out. They just wanted attention.
they did.
Yeah. They're like, what are you doing? Stop staring at the computer. Pay attention
Have you
to
seen
me.
the Have you
Look
seen
at
the
me.
YouTube videos of like the huskies that have the talk buttons?
Uh-uh.
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Funny.
But all right, 1982. So big thing back in the 80s was to have your birthday party at McDonald's or Burger King. And
I blame Mac and me.
yes. Well, this was even before Mac and me. So one picture of me and my birthday party. I don't remember who that girl is, but there's 1982.
Oh, cute.
And
Look at
then
that.
there's another birthday party with my grandmother for 1982.
Oh.
McDonald's used to be such a magical place. I went into the lobby of one not too long ago, and it just looked like I was walking down cell block 34 of the Death Star. I'm not kidding. It was all gray. It was all saturated, flat, nothing colorful about it. It looked like I was in the Death Star.
Oh, jeez. And the Happy Meals, man, they used to have the great, like, legit toys that you wanted. It
Yeah.
wasn't like the cheap little crap now. They used to have some good stuff.
BK used to have that too. They used to have like the king hat and everything
Mhm.
else. But like the other thing about it is back then we could eat all that crap food and we played on the playground for like 30 minutes to an hour.
We burnt it off.
Just chill out,
Right?
So I have no idea what I'm doing to this poor balloon in this picture, but here we go. Here's another picture.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is too spicy for YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if I was chasing a balloon or
Oh my
what
God.
I'm doing here.
Oh my God, Rob!
Nice.
I didn't know you had it in you like that. Okay.
Oh
You're
yeah.
like, woo, ride the balloon.
Riding off into the sunset there.
So
Did you go on to
here we-
ride rodeo bulls? Did you get good at that?
No. Are you kidding me? There's no way I'd ride a bull.
Not even like the
Doesn't live in
animatronic ones
Texas.
at the bar?
Oh, those things are wicked.
Yeah,
Like-
those are fun.
Oh,
dude.
like it, hey, Billy Bob's? Yeah. All right. how
Urban
many-
cowboy.
chronic
Rob's the urban cowboy.
Yeah, he is. See, look
Very
at that
cute.
McDonald's lobby. Look at that
Very
Mick lobby.
cute.
They had plants in that lobby.
It's a BK lobby, but they had plans.
BK, yeah.
I mean, exactly. I mean, I haven't been inside a McDonald's in probably 2 years.
You don't want to experience it. You
I
expect Darth Vader to come around the corner and go, "How did you get here?"
I mean, okay, if Darth Vader were in the lobby, I would go in there because he's like my hero. But but I mean, their food sucks. I mean, their food is terrible now. It didn't used to be that way.
Well, the other aspect of it is that you used to get like the Darth Vader or the Star Wars glasses, at McDonald's. Okay, here's
Here's
clear
another
crystal
Flintstones.
And they
glasses.
had one of them had the Looney Tunes glasses, like all the different
Yeah.
Looney Tunes figures one time on glasses, like Tweety and Sylvester.
No, they were pint glasses. They
Ah.
were good. They were good beer containers.
Yeah,
man.
they were. Rob.
What do you dress up as there, Rob?
I think it was the Indians, the Pilgrims for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, the construction
right,
paper
man.
headdress, baby.
Crank up some Run to the Hills there.
Run to the hills.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you a picture of my family, and when you look at my dad, you're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, you look just like your dad."
Oh,
My
you
God,
do.
man, you
Yeah.
are.
Oh God, you do.
You are a clone, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's my dad and my mom, and there's of course me on the left, but my younger brother.
East Kago goes,
Yeah.
ooh, Rob, that's cultural appropriation. Ooh.
It wasn't back then in the 80s.
Nope.
Ooh.
And then I'll show you two other pictures real quick for Christmas of that year.
Taylor Swift still likes McDonald's, man. He's into that stuff. He goes for the food somehow.
I don't know how he can. I don't know how he's still alive after eating that
We only
stuff.
went for the toys. I don't understand going for the food.
Well, remember, sometimes they came in the Happy Meal where they did the spaceship boxes, but
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
the
Oh, I had
coolest
more
stuff.
fun, like, you know, because the boxes would have like all the punch out stuff and
Mhm.
whatnot. You could like your toy and your box had like the same freaking adventure on it.
Yeah,
back in
they
the
were
day.
awesome. They were really awesome.
Yeah,
here you go, Stark. Here we go. Castle Grayskull, baby.
there it is, right
Alright.
there. And you got your door hanging open. Very nice. You still got that gray skull? I still got
I
mine
do.
somewhere.
So,
The only thing my gray skull doesn't have is the turret gun on the western ballast. I don't know for the life of me where it went to, but the door still works, and I got one of the seats, but the lower one I don't have. So
yeah, this is when we lived in Harker Heights, Texas. So, hang on. I will show you guys one more picture that's kind of cool. My He-Man sword, baby.
oh yeah,
Oh my
you had the
goodness.
power.
I have the power
Killing me. You're killing me.
in my.
I love it. I love it.
Hello, I'm Prince Rob, and this is my cat, Mr. Cringer Pants.
So,
Fabulous powers were gave unto me when I held aloft my plastic sword and said, I have the power! Dun-dun. Dun,
yes.
dun, dun.
So fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Yeah, but serious business though. I wish I still had some of my toys when I was growing up. So much sentimental value.
Well, that and how much could you sell them for now?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Your puppy looks so happy. He's like, ah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the countdown here.
Hey, Goof.
If I can remove and add it back to the stage. All right.
I know.
Okay. So we're going to 20 through 11 here.
Moving right along.
All right. So 20 to 11. I Love You by Climax Blues Band. Slow Hand by the Pointer Sisters. Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington and Bill Withers. The Tide is High by Blondie. A Woman Needs Love Just Like You Do by Radio. Rapture by Blondie. Queen of Hearts by Juice Newton. Being With You by Smokey Robinson. Morning Train 9 to 5 by Sheena Easton. And the theme from The Greatest American Hero, which I had that record by Joey.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No.
One of the easiest
No.
parodied songs ever.
Yeah.
I run that beat
just
through my
help.
head, just throw any lyrics into it, and it works.
Yes.
Oh God.
All right.
Oh,
so let's just start
no.
off with these.
yes.
Oh no. Jesus.
Oh, yes.
I can see Rob. I can see him just jamming out to that.
Oh, I did. I had the little
Play it.
record.
Playing
And-
superhero to it. Like,
I'm a suit.
Did you have
Oh,
the
yeah.
jammies? Please
Yeah.
say you had
Yeah,
the
I don't
jammies.
have
Yes,
a picture of
with
it
the
in here,
pajamas.
but I did. I had the shirt, yes.
Oh no.
I'm gonna write a Greatest American Hero parody just for you, Agent Pepsi one. Just for you.
Would you please?
I will. It'll star Rob.
Nice.
Oh God, yes. Thank you.
Oh God.
All right. So who wants to kick off this 10?
Hmm.
I could take the first turn, please.
All right, go for it,
I
Okay,
don't
go
believe
for
it
it.
myself.
Go for it.
I told you these lyrics were easy to slot in, and I could have been anyone else. No, man, I love that song. I love that song so much.
Yeah, but the
Um,
show was stupid.
The
Yeah.
show
seen reruns.
was cheesy in all
Oh
the
my
right ways.
Oh,
stupid.
I
Okay.
loved the show
Yes.
when I was a
You
little
love that?
kid. When I was a little kid, I loved that show. We thought it was
Oh
the greatest
yeah.
thing ever. I mean, now looking at it, it looks stupid, but as a
Yeah.
little kid, it was awesome. I thought it was great.
Just
I don't
losing
know.
the instruction manual is the perfect way, man. Just
Mhm.
lost the instruction manual, and but as far as like good soul music, man, just the two of us. That's another song that you could really like. You know, if you get into the vibe of the beat of that song, you could just throw any lyric in. You know,
Yeah. it's a
those are
good
the
song.
two
I'm
that
sure you
stick out
guys
to
are
me.
fans of the Will Smith rap, right? That does
Yeah, well, the Will Smith rap is okay, but it's still nothing. It holds no
no.
candle to the original.
No, it's a good
Um,
song. Well,
nope.
I think Juice Newton really redeems herself here with Queen of
Mhm.
Hearts. I really
Yeah.
like that song. And it seems like I mean, I'm not like a music expert, but it just seems really well produced. Like the sound of it sounds good. Like the rhythm section, the guitar, the acoustic
The
guitar is a really nice
country-esque
feel.
elements, yeah.
It sounds really crisp. I mean, it
Yeah.
just sounds good when you listen to it. I mean, besides being like a catchy kind of fun song, I feel like it just the quality of the song is really
Do I have
so
permission to sing
she's
this
she's
little lyric?
forgiven for that angel of the morning thing for sure.
Do I have permission to sing this little lyric that East Kegel's got right here?
Go for it.
Believe it or not, I'm drunk as a skunk. The vodka bottle is almost gone. Don't know where I might get another shot. How far I've gone, believe it or not, I'm just drunk. Dun, dun, dun.
That's good. I like it.
The creation engine, man, it's
Yeah.
online.
All right, what else stands out? I was trying to find my Greatest American Hero. I've got a whole series on DVD.
Oh, you did
I
the
think,
one time that Robert Wright didn't just reach off screen and go, "Look what I got right here, guys."
I couldn't find it. It's on the shelf.
I am worried about you. I am now officially worried about you.
I love that
Right.
show. I almost did not have his pocket dimension. Did not have his bag of holding full of all of his loot.
Oh no. Hey, guys. I think Blondie stands out to me. I mean, I love Blondie, and both Rapture and The Tide is High. I'm not as good as Call Me, but I still love the two. I think Rapture is so funny. I'm the man from Mars. Now he doesn't. Now he's through with eating bars and eating cars, and he only eats guitars. It's like the goofiest thing, but I don't know. I love that song. Kind of starting into new wave. I think it was the first
Yeah.
song with a rap to reach #1, which you may view as a good or bad thing, but rap was kind of underground at the time and starting to get bring in some of the street scene. The Tide is High has that weird Darth Vader in the video, I think. I don't know. She's cool. I think Blondie's cool. She just kind of has a hip vibe.
Yeah.
I like Blondie.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would have to say, I mean, there are a lot of good ones on here. I do like Queen of Hearts, and that I think is out of this collection here. I think it's going to be the best one from the segment. I am not a big fan of the theme from Greatest American Hero. Now, Morning Train is not Sheena Easton's best. I think that came was it the following year or the next year when she started working with Prince?
In the later 80s.
Yeah, no. This was like 1983, 84, I believe. So I mean,
yeah, once she starts with Prince, she gets, to me, that's Sheena Easton. Like this era, it doesn't really seem like she's really come into her own yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is the era when she did that theme song from the James Bond movie.
I do like that. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, but what's Blondie? I do like The Tide is High, but I have never been a fan of Rapture, and the one by Radio, I can't even place that one.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Ray Parker Jr., the radio
Yeah.
thing. That's another cheesy, super ass cheesy
Yeah,
song.
Radio.
So this is
Oh,
Ray Parker we're
yeah.
talking about. I mean, he did write, Ghostbusters.
Ugh. That's
Yeah.
awful.
So that song's weird. It's
Don't say that around Gary. He'll lynch you.
So it's just
It's cheesy. I do like the Climax Blues Band, I Love You. And when reading the title, I was like, what the heck is that? I don't remember it. So I looked it up and played it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this was a cool song. And I thought it came out in the 70s actually, because I remember hearing it when I was a kid on the radio all the time. But yeah, I really like that song. And it was one that just totally had fallen off my radar. I think that one's not cheesy. It's actually a good love song.
But yeah, but the Pointer Sisters, Slow Hand, that is an amazing song, and they just hit it. They just hit everything on that song.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that one just, it absolutely stands out.
so. Is there any truth to that song?
Who knows? Who knows? But
No.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Okay, Pepsi.
You guys are bad. We scared her away.
yeah.
No, this one, the funny thing is that Seinfeld lives in this area right here, because you had the George is Not Home song, and then Morning Train was featured quite a bit on that. But Morning Train was played all the time on the radio. I always liked that song. It's not her best, I agree, but it's good. Blondie, both of those songs. Rapture's interesting because it's just so different. Tide is High was played all the time. But yeah, I have to agree. Heather L. Climax Blues Band. I had to look that song back up. And then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, yeah, I know that song. I didn't know.
Awesome.
And I thought it was 70s too. But
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a great song. And looking at the name, I was like totally clueless when I looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great song. And the little do. Well. It's just great. The Pointer Sisters, Slow Hand. This was, the Pointer Sisters were pretty hot in this part of the 80s. Smokey Robinson, this is the last of his hits, I think, as his career was starting to wind down. And then, Just the Two of Us is classic R&B. And then Juice Newton, Queen of Hearts is my favorite Juice Newton song. I love the guitar on that song. It's just do.
Yeah, nice.
Which I just think is fantastic. So, all right. Anything else about this 10?
The Tide is High is actually a Jamaican song, I think, isn't it? Someone else wrote it, and that she took it. That was interesting. Because of course, you think like the Tide is High was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's it.
Believe it or not, we are done.
No, we got 10 more.
I know.
We got 10 more, but before we do the top 10, we need to do honorable mentions. So, what do you guys like from 100 to 40?
Hey, let me go because I have a lot to say on this.
Go for it.
And my favorite songs, other than a few in the top 40, all come from this area again.
Mm-hmm.
And it just starts out. I'm looking at it right now. Devo, Whip It. That's amazing. And then you have followed by how in the right mind did the Beach Boys with their stupid medley get up there? But this was a time for medleys. I understand. But that certainly was not their best. Sheena Easton's For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah, Sheena Easton's down there. Almost didn't make it.
Yeah. And Hall & Oates, I'm not a Hall & Oates fan, but You've Lost That Loving Feeling, that version that they did, that cover is amazing.
Also, Heart's cover of Tell It Like It Is a really good version.
It is.
Belts out that song.
America by Neil Diamond.
Oh, amazing. all this other, I mean, this other stuff up here, you know. I mean, I'm just looking at the stuff, and it's The Stroke by Billy Squire. I mean,
Can't go wrong with Pat Benatar. Hit me with your best shot, man.
oh God, yeah. And there's
I mean,
another
it was saturated on the radio for sure, but you know.
Billy Squire was great. He had a lot of great songs and stuff. He just
Mhm.
kind of MTV, I think, tanked him, but I like his
Yeah.
music.
But you know, I mean, then you have like 64 is Arthur's theme from Christopher Cross. That is, I mean, that is one of the most stunning songs I've ever heard.
Mhm.
And of course, I mean, who doesn't like Another One Bites the Dust by
That is
Queen?
awesome.
Exactly.
Queen,
You
Another
know,
One
I
Bites
mean,
the Dust.
you know, the machine guns are ready to go and the bullets whistle out the door. I mean, that's amazing.
Anything by ELO is good. Hold on tight.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yep.
Oh, I could go on and on about ELO. I could dedicate an entire show to ELO.
Hey, but you know, Alan Parsons Project is up there with Games People Play, which is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Diamond's America is better than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some, you know, stuff that I haven't heard. I mean, of course, I've heard Too Much Time on My Hands. But
Oh
there's
yeah,
not-
that's a great song by Styx. I love that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I like that
but,
song.
I mean,
That's
this
a good one.
Do 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 Da Da by the Police. I mean, what were they like on a heroin high? I mean, you know.
Hey. Hey, easy there, Agent Pepsi One. You're giving me flashbacks. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that wasn't their best song, I don't think.
No, I mean, but
Don't Stand So Close is there. That's a good one. Don't Stand
Yep,
So Close to
original.
Me.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much good stuff in there. But you know, there's stuff that I don't even recognize, like number 80, Cool Love. I mean,
A
I
lot
don't
of
even
good.
think I don't even think I've ever heard that.
Pablo Cruz, Cool Love.
Cool.
You know, you know, Smoky Mountain Rain's on there. Ronnie Millsap. That's my favorite Ronnie Millsap song.
Mhm.
All Those Years Ago by George Harrison is about the Beatles. A beautiful, incredible song that gets played still around Christmas time. Same Old Lang Syne by Dan Fogelberg is a great song. That's at 79.
Hey, 83, Treat Me Right by Pat Benatar.
Oh, yeah.
is I mean, she really hits it on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could
Steely
listen to
Dan
that.
19 is very, very popular in the yacht rock.
Mhm.
You know, Hello Again, Neil Diamond.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Did you say Journey? Who's Crying Now?
Oh yeah,
That's a great song too.
yeah. John Cougar. I know you don't like John Cougar, but Ain't Even Done with the Night is a good one.
You know, I mean, John Cougar had some great songs. I mean, off American Fool, a wonderful CD right there.
Yeah.
But I think that's a year later.
Say hey to Gary Ambrosia's in the chat.
Oh yes.
okay.
Hey Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Good to see you, Gary. You know that we were just talking about Ray Parker Jr. and how some people don't like a Ghostbusters song by the name of Agent Pepsi One. I said that I don't know, Gary. You better hope Gary don't hear that. He'll lynch you.
Okay, I'll tell him I don't. Ghostbusters. He knows my
So you have Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty to Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Oh, that one's great too.
Let's see, what else do I have here? More Than I Can Say by Leo Sayer was really popular. Hungry Heart by Bruce Springsteen. Time by the Alan Parsons Project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but I mean, some Frankie and the Knockouts. I have never even heard of these people.
my absolute favorite Hall & Oates song is on here at number 43. You Make My Dreams.
Yeah. Hall & Oates just had so many hits. I think this maybe was like their 8th or 9th album I was reading at this point. I mean, they are just so prolific. It's amazing how many songs that they had. And how many really good songs that they had.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I have one more. I mean, by Gary Wright.
Oh yeah, Gary Wright was
Really
really
want to
good.
know you, but I mean, I have really heard nothing other than Dreamweaver from him.
Mhm.
Mm.
And I mean, it's just
Yeah, I think there were a
yeah.
lot
I
of
mean,
one-hit wonders, or they seem to be.
The '80s was all about them one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
All
Lots of
right.
there's a lot of interesting stuff. Anything else that stood out to you guys?
Can
well,
I
I mean,
can I say albums?
Go for it.
Albums that came out in 1981, awesome ones.
Mhm.
Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman.
There you go.
absolutely.
I
the-
knew she would get my Ozzy Osbourne impersonation out into the fore.
That's right, with the amazing Randy Rhoads on guitar. So many incredible songs were on this. Flying High Again, Over the Mountain. The title track, Diary of a Madman, is amazing.
It
Um,
is.
yeah, that whole record, and none of this stuff ever gets in the top 100, but I mean, to me, these are all like just amazing,
That's okay,
amazing
Heather L.
songs.
We're gonna have Hanger 18 next week talking Megadeth. You get your medal out then.
Okay. Well, another album that came out this year, Van Halen, Fair Warning,
Oh yeah.
has God, what is this? What's on here? I already forgot. Oh, Mean Street. Ain't
Here we
talking about. Oh, Unchained.
go.
Yeah, here we go. Van Halen, Fair Warning. So those are my top two albums that came out in 1981. Other stuff that came out, albums, Too Fast for Love and AC/DC
Mhm.
had big albums that year. So
Hey,
all the good rock stuff that never gets into
It's
the top.
because people don't like good technical rock and roll, love. They want that piano music, synthesizers, and the flashing lights and the
Yeah.
space aliens and all that garbage.
Oh yeah, we didn't get Ozzy's close up here on Diary.
There
of a
we go.
Madman.
Let's see. Look at that
Where's
man right
Ozzy?
there. He's ready.
Uh,
He's been ready. He's
There we go.
ready to rock.
Here,
and
do
roll.
Ozzy one more time.
Oh,
Do Ozzy
here we
one
go.
more time.
Here we go.
Hey,
Diary
he's
of a Madman.
back into the moon, love. Look at that face right there. Look at that face right there.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Alright.
Journey released Capture.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
everybody wants
81.
some.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, and, like I said, Kim Wilde released her debut in '81, which is that whole album is actually pretty good. So
Oh yeah, West Cagle says great Motley Crue album. I like that. I like the really old Motley Crue a lot better than their later stuff that
Yeah.
just got kind of simplistic and poppy. Like their first couple albums were really good.
wasn't that album released by Motley Crue? Shout at the Devil. Wasn't that in '81?
82 or 3, I think, was Shout at the Devil. Too Fast for Love was 81.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff. I mean, it's just absolutely great stuff.
All right, guys, you ready for another birthday, Halloween, Christmas tale from me? Ready to look at some more pictures?
Hey, did you get to see Ozzy butt head off a bait?
No, I didn't, but here we go. Halloween, 1983. My brother was
He-Man.
Skeletor, and I was He-Man.
Yeah. He-Man.
Pretty
Wow.
damn
You guys almost
definitely-
look like you're fake, like plastic
Yeah.
people or something.
Definitely.
Oh,
Like
there's
that
Halloween.
mask, it looks weird.
Hey,
Man.
Yeah.
speaking
then-
of Halloween,
Go ahead. Uh-oh. Did we lose Agent Pepsi 1?
I'm here. It's just going in and out. I was going to say, speaking of Halloween, you know what I told my students this year? Although we were rained out here in Vicksburg, we had like 2 inches of rain. I told them, because they're all like 10th to 12th graders. I have some 9th graders too, but I told them, go trick or treating with your younger siblings. Make sure they're safe. Check their candy, and then shake them down like the mafia for your services.
Yeah, see? Your protection don't come free, sir.
There's one of my
Yeah,
birthday.
exactly right. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's when we were living in.
Garfield?
We had just it's Garfield. We just moved to
Yeah.
Columbus. And wow, there's a picture of me blowing out the cake, the candles in the cake. But the party, the birthday party, the official birthday party was at Showbiz.
Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese's
yeah.
original name.
Yep.
We had a Showbiz
What?
pizza.
Like that.
Mhm.
We had one of the last Chuck E. Cheese's that went by Showbiz Pizzas before the name change.
There you go.
Wait.
I had quite a bit of loot. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I mean, hold on. Showbiz Pizza was Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Really?
I had no idea. I
Yeah,
had
you're
no
right.
idea.
All made by the guy who brought us Atari.
Yep.
He's
And-
like, what's better than video games? Video games in a pizzeria. Enter Showbiz Pizza.
I had no idea.
Yep.
And we'll see a couple of Christmas gifts. There we go. There's Trap Jaw.
He got Trap Jaw for Christmas. Wow. That's cool.
That is awesome.
But my pride and joy that year for Christmas, the
What is
GI
that?
Joe headquarters.
You
Mhm.
what?
G.I. Joe HQ.
Okay.
You don't? Do you see the building?
I
With the
do.
gun in the
Can't
front?
see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
Joe- that's the Joe HQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you did make out like a bandit during Christmas, dude.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was fun. Fun times. Yeah, just looking through some of these pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh. So, but anyway, those were some of my birthdays and Christmas and fun times. So, all right, we ready to get back into the top 10?
I was clone ready. This has got a lot of good ones on it.
Oh my God,
Alright.
yes.
So, top 10, here we go. All right, number 10, Keep on Loving You by REO Speedwagon.
Mhm.
9 to 5 by Dolly Parton.
Okay.
I Love a Rainy Night by Eddie Rabbit.
Oh, beautiful.
Kiss on My List by Hall & Oates.
Uh,
Celebration by Kool and the Gang. Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield.
yes.
Just Like Starting Over by John Lennon. Lady by Kenny Rogers.
Mhm.
Agent Pepsi One's favorite song, Endless Love by Diana Ross and
I actually like that one.
And then Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes.
I agree. That should have been the number one song for 1981. That one for once. For once it didn't put some stupid thing up there, but that is the number one song. It is. And she followed that up the next year with a song called Looker,
Mm-hmm.
which amazing. Hard to believe. I mean, I think she was in her mid 30s in the early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, God, she must
These
be
are
80
all
now,
really good.
81.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, these are beautiful. I mean, Keep on Loving You is amazing. 9 to 5. I don't like Dolly Parton that much, but that
Oh,
song
I
is
love
that
Dolly
song is-
Parton. Don't
that
say
song
that.
is good. I love A Rainy Night. I do. Eddie Rabbit was right. I do love A Rainy Night. Celebration.
Way overplayed. The most overplayed song to ever be created. It's just,
Well, you haven't heard anything to hear it done on bagpipes.
Oh,
Oh,
God, no, please. No.
I think I elect that
Uh,
we listen to it on bagpipes because I feel that Agent Pepsi One out of all of us will really appreciate the musical talent of the particular number.
I don't
Proceed.
think so.
do it as Ozzy. Celebration as done by Ozzy Osbourne.
There's
That was
so I don't know, love. It sounds like it might be one of those really possible numbers. You know.
Well, you know that the Friends episode where Ross is doing that, and the funniest part of that is Phoebe going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, Lady by Kenny
oh,
Rogers.
smelly cat, Phoebe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lady, written by Lionel Richie, right?
it is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean, all these are good. I mean, I'm sorry, all these are good with the exception of. Uh, dare I say it? No, I won't.
The cringing of Agent Pepsi 1 is what we long
Which
for.
one?
Please
Which one is
continue.
not? Do you not like?
Um, um, number 7.
Oh,
Number
you don't
7.
like? How can you
Oh
not like
no,
this on my list?
Oh my god, that's the best one.
Oh,
is
no way,
No,
dude.
that's the
terrible.
best song
It
in
is
your top
terrible.
10.
I'm sorry, Agent Pepsi
No,
One.
that's a fantastic song.
Ugh.
Oh,
Agent
I mean,
Pepsi 1.
if that's the song I'm thinking of,
oh,
it
so
may not be the
This
song
disappointed.
I'm thinking of, but
is
Kiss
on my
is
list.
on my list.
Yeah, and Hall
Yes,
& Oates only
yes.
their second #1 song after Rich Girl.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
She's
like
a
Hall
rich
and Oates
girl.
Oh,
though.
I love Hall & Oates. They're
I do
fantastic.
too.
Says who? Says
Hall & Oates
no
is
good.
fantastic.
Says
You
the
know what?
majority of this panel and most likely this chat.
They have like 30 top
You know
10
what?
hits in like over decades. They're just
Heather,
awesome.
Heather, what I would like to see, I want to see them like in like when you know those wrestling rings with like barbed wire. And I want to see them
Uh-huh.
going at it
Cage match?
like yes, like a death match.
Oh, so we
Celebrity
need to get.
death match with yeah.
Hi, I'm Jet You Betcha, and I'm Nick Diamond, and we're here to another
Oh.
episode of Celebrity Deathmatch.
So yeah, okay, weird tidbit about the Hall & Oates song "Kisses on My List." Hall originally wrote it for his girlfriend's sister, who was trying to get into the music business, and just had a demo laying around, and his manager was like, "Nope, you can't give it away. It's too awesome. You got to do it yourself." So they did it and got a #1 hit out of it. So
And his girlfriend was Sarah from
yeah,
Sarah's.
yep. Yeah, so I don't know. I love Kisses on My List, love Hall & Oates. I don't know. I gotta so sad. But okay, I also like 9 to 5, Dolly Parton. And I'm sorry
Yeah.
again, man. I love Dolly Parton. She to
Yeah,
me,
me
she's
too.
so awesome.
Me
She's
too.
such an incredible songwriter and written for like
She's-
other people, probably
She had
better hits
very
for other people.
big songs. Yeah,
Big
songs.
big hair, right? Is what you
Yeah,
meant to say,
big
Tony. She has
hair,
big
big
hair,
Big
big
yeah.
nails,
Dogs.
big
nails,
I know
Huge
what Tony
sex
said.
blend.
big
You
big
know, like-
personality.
big amusement parks. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
big
just
amusement parks. Yeah, absolutely.
let me tell you something, man. Funny story
So
about
you know
9 to
what?
5.
Did you guys
my
see
God.
the halftime of Thanksgiving, the Cowboy game? I think it was a couple of years ago with Dolly Parton.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She actually looked really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does. She looks amazing still. She's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
every time
she's-
whenever I'm playing poker and I get a 9 to 5, I call it's like Dolly Parton's. Here we go.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff.
We got 2 9 to 5 songs on here, technically.
Mhm.
And that's why they changed the name of the Sheena Easton song.
Yeah.
So to not confuse. But Dolly's is way better. I think she has
Absolutely.
so many
Yeah.
amazing songs. And the beginning, the clicking typewriter she did with her fake nails, her big fake nails. So
Mhm.
yeah, cool. She has cool songs. She's so humble too. Like just
Oh, yeah.
if you talk to her, like I've listened to some of the audiobooks that she reads and that's like her own autobiography, talking about how she wrote different songs and different influences. And she's just the most humble, sweet person. And she's just funny. And I don't know. I think she's pretty awesome. So
Yeah, I
Very
mean,
good.
I agree with you as an artist. She's amazing. You know, I mean, I think the reason she's humble is because she came from very, very modest.
yes.
Yes.
She was background very modest, and I don't think she's ever lost that. Hey, but I do have something to add about Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes.
Mhm.
Now, I read somewhere this is probably 5, 6, 7 years ago that Kim Carnes and the record company were sued by Betty Davis or her estate, I can't remember which, for using Betty
Hmm.
Davis's name. They finally settled for 10 years later.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Wow. I thought Betty Davis had said she liked that song and was flattered
Yeah.
that it was done. So
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought too. And then something happened afterwards. I
Hmm.
guess when that song became, really popular,
wow.
that Betty Davis can get, I don't know, royalties
Was
or
it Betty
something.
Davis or was it the company that was claiming her interests that was sued?
Oh,
Probably
no.
that. Probably corporate interests who
Yeah.
Now
right.
that I don't know.
Yeah.
That I don't know, but I know they settled 10 years later.
Interesting. Yeah, it was probably like corporate lawyers and stuff, like trying to get money. Because I think
Mhm.
Betty Davis said she was flattered by the song.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've always thought, and I've seen it's on YouTube. I mean, it's on YouTube. If you look for it, there is an interview with Kim Carnes and Betty Davis where they're talking about it, and the reading this afterwards is, was kind of odd.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean that is kind of odd. I think this is a good top 10 though. I mean, like
Oh yeah.
Keep On Loving You is classic Speedwagon.
Oh God, yes, I
Yeah.
mean it's amazing.
I
Yeah.
think I love A Rainy Night too. Is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
It's another country song
Mhm.
up in the top 10. A lot of country. I think Dolly too. They were saying Dolly, I wrote a note. She was the first female to have this a song go number 1 in the country chart and number 1 in the pop chart.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Eddie Rabbitt he was number 1 in the country chart, number 1 in the Billboard chart, and number 1, I think, in adult contemporary. So a lot of country influence this
Yeah.
year. But that's a good song. I like
Eddie
that one.
Rabbit. Yeah. All of them. And Juice Newton actually crossed over between country
Yep.
and too.
Yeah.
But I always like Jesse's Girl. I think that's a great song.
Yeah, Rick.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, I was reading. I always figured it was made up, right? Totally fictionalized, because who the hell would want some dude over Rick Springfield, like this chick, right? But he
Mhm.
actually wrote that about his friend's girlfriend. He was like lusting after his friend's girlfriend. It was actually like a true thought. I was like, God, I can't believe it. I'm surprised. Like, seems like you'd be like, oh hell, Rick Springfield.
Yeah, he was in the original Battlestar Galactica. Did you know
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm. And then he was soap opera
General-
actor for a
General
while.
Hospital. He was like, yeah. He was in a Goofy movie too, where he played a rock star. It was super cheesy.
Too hard. to hold.
Powerline. Powerline.
What?
How?
Powerline.
No, it wasn't Powerline.
No, I mean it was too hard to hold.
Yeah, something like that. Too hard to hold.
Mhm.
Yeah, where he crashed it. I remember watching this movie. He crashed his car and didn't have insurance or something like that.
Yeah, and he's like this arrogant rock star, and he has to stay with this woman who like hates him.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy.
Okay, let me find this movie here. I mean, he had "Don't Talk to Strangers" is another good song by him, but
I mean, he had this album from '83, "Living in Oz."
Yeah.
People hate that album. I love the thing. I really do. I think it's amazing. I could listen to every track on that.
Yeah, I've only heard like his hit singles. I've never listened to like the deeper tracks on his album.
Oh my God! I mean, there is of course "Human Touch." There is "Affair of the Heart," which is amazing. "Living in Oz," in my view, is the best song on there. I mean, you have "Souls," of course. "Tiger by the Tail."
yeah, I don't know. "Hard to Hold," I think, is the name of the movie you're referencing, but yeah, I mean, this just so many good songs. Let me ask you this though. So I always think of Happy Gilmore now when I think of "Endless Love." Can two friends listen to "Endless Love" in the dark? Joke. Happy Gilmore, do you remember the scene? He's trying to get her to shoot the hockey puck, and they play "Endless Love."
Oh God. I don't know. I'm not into that song.
Yeah, I'm not in that song either. I think it's a beautiful song, but I think it's overdone.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, but those voices clash. If you ask me, Diana Ross has a sound that is. Yeah, I mean, she wasn't the Supremes. I mean, she had that sound.
Hmm.
And
Powerful kind of sound, yeah.
yes, and Lionel Richie. I mean, he too is an amazing vocalist. Commodores. His solo stuff. Later on in the '80s was great, but I mean, their voices clash. I mean,
Hmm.
Yeah, he's more kind of smoky, sultry sounding, and hers is like power ballad type singer.
yeah, but Donna Summer, I think would have went better with that than Deanna Ross.
Yeah, totally. I think Donna Summer would have given it a higher key.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure, but
especially exactly.
mhm. John Lennon, just like starting over. I don't think it's even his best song. I think "Woman's" a better song than this one. But
Yeah, I don't like this song really at all, the John Lennon song.
Mhm.
I was not a big fan of just like starting over.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
That's the only one of this that I don't really care for. I love "A Rainy Night" by Eddie Rabbitt is classic.
mhm. Oh yeah, I mean that's
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this top 10 or the rest of this?
well. I mean, I do agree with you, Rob. I agree with you on that John Lennon song. I mean, someone who likes the Beatles like I do. I mean, I don't like his solo work.
No, I'm not a big fan of John Lennon's solo work. Some of his stuff's okay,
I
but
like some of it, the earlier stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, but
But not this
he has a
record.
son. He has a son. I can't remember the man's name. And
Julie?
Sean
yeah,
Lennon or Julian.
Julian Lennon. Julian Lennon. And he had some songs in the mid '80s. Play, I mean, the lyrics went playing guitar by the I don't know by the he was playing guitar in the Pebbled or something like that. I mean, that's a nice song, but I mean, it doesn't have that weird vibe I get with John Lennon.
Yeah, East Cakel says starting over is his best song.
Mm.
I don't know.
East
I don't
Cagel's
know.
gonna. Just say Wes Cagel, you're no longer a
Yeah.
rice burger.
So, but anyway, this is the hits of 81. In a couple weeks, we'll do the hits of. We're gonna go back and we're gonna do 1988, and then in December we'll do the hits of Christmas. So we'll do Christmas songs, and then we'll hit 80 and 89 in the last 2 months, and then what we'll do is we'll do an 80s show where we'll pick our top 40 80s songs. So
Nice.
stay
Yeah,
tuned.
I don't want to
and then
miss
he'll
that
go into
one.
the '70s.
Yeah, and
Then
then
we'll
we'll
do the 70s, yeah.
we'll go to the 70s.
Even further removed from Agent Pepsi's lifetime.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, look,
Removed
I
from
mean,
my lifetime too, partial.
You know what I heard? I heard that I am in the same vein as Agent Pepsi 1, but I was exposed to it.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, my folks listened to that stuff when I was growing up, and I guess that's why I know all these songs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Likewise.
They just speak to me, and they speak to the heart, and something this newer music just doesn't do for me.
Oh yeah,
No, not at all.
I live in a state where we're already 10 years behind everybody else, so I lucked out. So
Hey, I live in central Mississippi, so you never know.
wow, vastly different states here represented.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me plug and play. Tony, what have you got coming up on your channel?
all right. Well, you guys have a backstage pass that I just sent to the private chat. Let me go ahead and fetch the link itself. I'm having a little porch party. Just, there's going to be, just more panel discussions, just chill discussions and all that good stuff. Hanging out and talking. Requests are open. If people want to, have me sing a song or two, I'll definitely do that. But The public link for that is posted here. You guys are more than welcome to come and continue to hang out if you got the time, or you get a second win later on tonight. Hangar 18 will be back next Sunday at about the same time that this show runs. We will be discussing the discography of Megadeth, so I'm looking very, very forward to that. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. Please curb your Dave Mustaine looks like Vladimir Putin with hair jokes till after the show.
Okay.
And of course, you'll have the the after party matinees that'll happen after DC, and maybe one even on Saturday. Check me out on Stone Loki and the Cotton Council. Well, Alf represents Stark of Iron Channel on the Cotton Council Saturday nights. And you can catch me just about anywhere, whether it's Stone Loki, Snow Dub, Raymond Feliciano runs a great show called Just Cuz. Sometimes you'll see me there. I'm just here, there, everywhere.
You're around.
Doing
man.
my portion.
You're
Doing my
around
portion.
everywhere. You're like savoir faire. You're everywhere
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
Cool. Agent Pepsi One, what have you got going on your channel?
Well, I'm actually laying a bit low. I've gotten two strikes from YouTube.
Oh no.
So yeah, I
Uh-oh.
mean, one thing was 7 years ago that they just gave me a strike, and the other one was 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
So I mean, it's just I'm laying low. But other than that, it's just work for me. And if I can get over these stupid allergies, I'll be doing a lot better.
Right there with you.
But yeah, no, I'm going to continue on the channel and hopefully do more of these, these podcasts with y'all because they're a lot of fun.
Cool. Awesome. And Heather L., I know you're reaching for Doomcock. You want to plug some of his stuff?
Well, hopefully be on Tony's Hangar 18 talking about Megadeth. And
Yep.
then back here
We'll
with
have
you
Fett
next time.
there.
But
We'll have Fett there too.
no YouTube channel for me. I'll just see you guys. I'll just kind of, hang out and loiter on your streams.
Yeah, Heather, are you going to be there tonight, later on tonight, to because you're confined to the porch. The reactor level is not available to you. You know that,
Uh-oh. Okay.
right?
Well, I gotta watch the rest of my games that I taped to come on here, but I'll try to pop in.
Sounds good.
do
You
it.
got the link
Yeah.
back there. Just save it.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. As for me, Doomcock's channel, we've got Pop Culture Breakdown on Wednesday and the Movie of the Week. If you guys subscribe to Fit for Hire and follow him, he's already posted it. It is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which is one of my favorite movies. It can be a lot of fun. And then I'm thinking of doing, somebody disconnected the camera. I'm thinking about doing, what do you guys think? Legend would be another good movie to review on my channel. What do you guys think of that one?
Legend, huh? The old Tom Cruise film.
Tom Cruise, yeah, and Sarah Mann.
Yeah. I like that movie. I got stories to tell about that film. That the darkness, the Lord Darkness was nightmare fuel when I was a kid. Just it wasn't the size of the horns, it was just how jet black they were on the set.
It's
Like
crazy.
there was just an uncanniness to it that just made me go, ugh.
Well, that whole set. I heard it showed Tim Curry's back.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
Heather. She's back. Okay.
I got
So-
kicked out.
Oh, what?
Heather, you got to swing your wrench at it.
I know.
You got to bonk it on the head.
Rob won't give me one, so
I tried. I don't know why. I'll try again, Heather. There's like 2-3 Heathers out there. I don't know.
oh god.
But here is the public link, I think, for Porch Party, which will happen about 25 minutes from now ish.
Yeah. But Tony, I don't know if you want to do a video with me about Legend.
Yeah, let's coalesce. We'll definitely talk about it for sure. That's something I would jump on. I'm gonna jump on that with you. Yeah, let's
Is
coalesce.
that a movie that you guys like? Agent Pepsi One, Heather, have you guys seen Legend?
With
I mean,
Tom
I've-
Cruise?
Yeah, with Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Yeah,
Tim
a long
Curry,
time ago.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about
Years
that.
and
That's
years
good.
and years.
She is
I
so
like it.
sweet, but not as sweet as rotten meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
if you guys want to get together, we do a short video for a movie.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that, I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be fun. Different perspectives.
I just love the set design and the
Oh
costume.
yeah, that's great.
It was gorgeous film. Beautiful
Yeah.
film.
I think you should do a little overlooked film from 1985 called 2010 Odyssey 2. The year we make contact.
I haven't seen that in forever.
I love John Lithgow's performance in it.
Oh God! I mean,
But
it
as
was,
somebody who's read the books,
yeah. I mean, look. I mean,
I hate to sound like Agent Pepsi 1 right now, but I think I'm going to sound like Agent Pepsi 1 and go, 2010, it was good, but it wasn't great.
yeah. I mean, no, wait. Now, hold on a second. Now,
Oh, God.
I have 2001, 2010, 2061, and 3001. I've read them
2001.
all.
Yeah.
I've read them all, and the books are nothing like the movies. And in
Yeah.
fact, it's the only F I've ever gotten in college on a paper.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
let me tell you all about this. I had no time, and this is I know it's an excuse. You make time, but I was in an English lit class. I can't remember what it was. It's like 213 or something like that. Anyway, it was an English lit class, and the professor assigned the book by Arthur C. Clarke, 2001, and actually she assigned like 3 or 4 books, but pick one, and that was the only one that I had my fancy on because I was going to just watch the movie. So I wrote this spectacular paper on 2001. I get it back. There's a big X on the blue book. And she says, because it was a test, an essay we wrote in class, and she gave me a 0. And she said, Tasha, she says, you need to read the book and not watch the movie. She says in the book they went to Saturn, in the movie they went to Jupiter. So I learned my lesson. But yeah, I mean, the books are completely different than the movie, but the movie 2010, I think it's a worthy successor to 2001. I really do. I mean, I think Kubrick would have been proud, but he was very critical, like he always was.
Kubrick and Clark never got along.
No. And it was that it's interesting. But yeah, when you first mentioned that you got an F, my first thought went to A Christmas Story.
And
And
Yeah, I
then
mean,
the Red Rider BB gun.
The Red Rider baby gun.
Yeah, I mean, I pulled out the class with a C, a low C. I can't remember what it was. In fact, that's the only C I got in college, but it was the only F I ever got on a paper.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I gotta love those blue books. Hate those blue book tests.
Oh Jesus, yes.
But
All right.
anyway, well, hey folks, thanks for joining us, audience. We love you. We thank you so much. If you get a chance, this stream will be up. So watch the rerun, share it. Please like and subscribe, and also give me some watch hours. So I've added our old streams into a playlist. So if you want to click on the playlist with all the 80s, you can kind of go down the countdowns with us from the starting at like 1982 all the way to 1987. And now we've got 1981 there. So in a couple weeks, stay tuned because we will have 1988 this month. So thank you so much for being here. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much to the panel. And we'll see you on the next one.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.